Hey, and welcome to another video. Good to see you. And I'm going to just do a reading in Starman Tarot. Now, recently, a lot has been happening in terms of what's been coming through from this deck, and I'm never ceased to be amazed by how it reveals more and more of its incredible secrets to me. And many of you know that have been with me for quite some time that I consider this deck gifted to me by the higher powers. And so many wonderful teachings have come through, and Hermetic wisdoms, ancient Egyptian magical secrets of alchemy, etc., etc. So this is now revealing to me more and more about really the dynamics of vitality. And in a way, many of these things are not terribly useful. They can be very cerebral, very in the head. And for me, the real rubber on the when the rubber meets the road is when something is incredibly useful. We can use it in our everyday lives, and it lights us up and brings us more alive. And now I've discovered that woven within the Starman is what I've termed the alchemy of vitality. So, a very strong connection to the human body, how the body works, how the elements in the body works, how these elements are connected to the principles of alchemy, and also the very new and far edge understanding of how light, water, and magnetism work, and how we are basically beings of light, and how this comes through and we can fine tune these elements and work directly with these elements in our own physical structure and our own physical bodies, and to gain deeper and deeper insights on how we can become more vital and connect to that vitas, that vital energy of life. And in a sense, what these communicate is kind of the enthusiasm. There's an enthusiasm in the workings of these. So in Theos, they bring us into God. We inhabit the presence and the energy of God, or the Creator, the Great Mother, the Great Father. So without further delay, let's see what we have in store today. Right, so I'm going to cut those, and I'm just take. Oh, wow. So we start off with the Starman. So really the Starman is the kind of the central character. And for me, it sort of represents the very much the Hermes Trismegistus, the three times thrice majestic magic, the magus, the magic, also the magnetism. And in a way, you could say that the magnetism, the magnetic principle, is becoming increasingly vital for us all. Now, many of you may know this, but and some of you may not. The pole, the north, is actually shifting. The magnetic poles are shifting, and I think magnetic north, from my understanding and understanding of some very wise teachers in the field of light and quantum biology, such as Dr. Jack Kruse, that this, North Pole is actually shifting. So it's gone from the top of elastic, and gone from top of Alaska, and it's now heading all the way to Siberia. So as that happens, the whole dynamic magnetic structure of the Earth is changing. And of course, that affects us, and it affects our relationship to our physical bodies as well, because everything is in a dynamic relationship. So this really is a key for us to bring back our magnetism, to bring back our magic. So to reconnect with the magic of the earth, to put our feet on the earth, to be in the earth, in the elements of the earth, in the water. So we have light, water, and magnetism, electricity, bioelectricity. So it's about understanding that when we put our bare feet on the earth, and the moisture in our feet creates the electrical charge. So the earth is the telluric energy of the earth is negatively charged, and the cosmic energy from space is positively charged. So we literally bring heaven to earth. And in terms of your ideas and how you are operating into the world, this is a wonderful invitation for you, the Starman, to bring your ideas to earth, to start to look at the ways, the practicalities, the ways in which you can ground your ideas in the world. Now, that may be through looking at the finances of your idea. May be looking at the who you need to connect with, the interconnectedness of your ideas and your visions. So it's really about understanding that you have the possibility to bring a powerful vision to life. Your life is, in and of itself, the possibility of a vision. And to respect the fact that you have this capacity to imagine, this capacity to create from the imagination. And the Starman is really an invitation and an invocation and an evocation. So it's all of those, the three things: to bring things from inside, to bring things from the outside, and to combine them into something that then goes out as well. So it's about bringing your visions to life. It's a great time to bring visions to life. This is a signal for you to be really focused in on what it is that you want to create, to no longer waste any more time pontificating. Is it right? Is it wrong? It's about understanding that now is the time. As the saying goes, the best time to start on your vision was maybe 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. So this is an invitation to bring your ideas to life, to get really clear about that. And by the way, a little plug here. If you're interested in really bringing your visions to life, then check out my Visionary Creative 8-week program. It's on my website, link in the description. So next up, we have the Queen of Swords. So this is the sharp intellect, the element of air. And of course, also breath, to breathe, the lungs, the capacity of the lungs, to give expression, to breathe through our words, to be aware of our words, our language, how we express ourselves, the precisionness of expression. And the Queen is really something that the Queen of Swords is really about principles and cutting through all of the nonsense, to cut away from all of the things that no longer serve you, that are no longer there to really help, as a Starman is bringing forth the vision. So this is an invitation again to cut away the things with the sword, your sword of discernment, your sword of grace, your sword of love, to cut away the things that are holding you back, that no longer serve you, that do not bring you more aliveness. And it's to concentrate on the quality of your breath, to breathe deeply from the diaphragm, and to allow yourself the fullness of breath, not the anxious breath from up here, but really the fullness of breath, the full expression of breath. And to just set aside some time every day to just be with your breath. The breath will lead you. The breath will give you what you need. The breath will talk to you. The breath will show you. The breath is a greatest teacher. We can go without water, we can go without food, but we cannot go without breath. So this is the bringing the respect to what it is that you want to express, to honor what you want to express, and to express those things through your highest values and principles. And if you're not clear about what your highest values and principles are, to set aside the time to get clear about these things. Once you understand what you value and what you're willing to stand for in this life, what you're willing to take a stand for, then so many things that were previously maybe even unimaginable or impossible start to loosen up and open up and deliver pathways to achieving those and making those things happen. So she's a very good, strong female energy. Yes, she's an intelligent female energy. And on the sword front, we now have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords really is kind of like in this context of what we've just talked about, the Nine of Swords is really understanding that within the body, within our cellular structure, we're still holding on to past hurts, past fears. And really what we see so often is the saying that actually we're not moving forward into our future, we're moving forward into or trying to move forward into our past. That our past hurts, our past fears, the fearful beliefs that we took on about life, the fearful cultural structures that have dominated us, dominate everyone, that we must look carefully at those things and we must question them and say, are they true? We must also bring love and compassion to ourselves. The Buddha said, supposedly, that you could travel the world for 1,000 years and never find anyone more deserving of love than yourself. So the Nine of Swords is also, about, again, the intellect of the sword, but not getting caught up in the mind, to question our fearful thoughts, to see that those fearful thoughts have a correspondence in the body. And instead of getting caught up in the loop of thoughts, to actually check in with your body, to check in with your bodily awareness. Where is this fear? Is it a tightness here? Is there a kind of numbing feeling in my head? Or is it even out of my body? Do I actually feel like I'm in my body? Do I feel alive and present in my body? Or am I sort of, it's so prevalent to not actually be properly, fully inhabiting the body? So these fears that we've taken on. Now, physical practices are very good for releasing these fears, like free dance movements, qigong, yoga, breath work, all of these things, again, the breath, to release the tension in our bodies, to work with your fascia. So this is very much about releasing the fascia, that intricate plasmic matrix that literally structures the entire body, and is through the liquids, the water and the light and the magnetism, actually the communication system of the body. The body is a light communicating system. So the Nine of Swords is really an opportunity to, in a way, look at what you're still carrying, what you're still holding on to. And through physical practice, through awareness, to be able to let go of those things. So really, this reading is about visions. It's about letting go of the things that are getting in the way of you realizing something, bringing your ideas to life, bringing your expression to life, to work on these principles. So anyway, like I said, check out my website. I've got lots of free things on offer on my website. And I've got programs on offer. If you want a tarot reading, I'm there for you. Come to me. It's the love of my life to read from my Starman Tarot. So I would love to see you, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.